No, I cannot describe Paul Bittick in one word. There are so many to describe him.
Paul Bittick in one word, I'm gonna go with character. Paul is a character.
Big guy and a big presence, big legacy.
The first word that, and I don't know if it's just because recently he was being like this, but the first word I was thinking of was like sassy.
I would definitely have to say sassy. Paul's the sassiest person I know.
Entertaining.
Paul, that's how I describe Paul, is just Paul.
One word I'd use to describe Paul is incredible.
Paul is a good guy and pain.
I describe Paul Bittick in one word. I would say enthusiastic.
Can I say veteran? But I don't mean like a literal veteran, even though he was a literal veteran. I just mean just like wise.
Really helped me like find a sense of belonging in the major because I was really close into switching into like business.
So like I would say of all of my journalism professors and advisors, he was definitely like the one that was always like consistently there for me.
Paul and Mustang News go together for me, and the whole process of being a part of Mustang News and working on the paper for 4 years set me up for everything I've done since then.
Just being able to have that sort of relationship with an advisor was great, and just getting advice and feeling like you weren't always alone.
Or if I had a break in between classes, and you don't want to go home, I would just go and plop myself down in like his office and we would just talk.
I haven't met that many people who can talk with so much knowledge about so many subjects.
We're both interested in politics and sports and the world around us and journalism.
We don't always agree on things, but he's well informed, he's curious about the world, he knows a little about a lot, which all journalists should.
What I appreciate about Paul really is he is on the cutting edge of everything that's happening in journalism in general, but also student journalism. He's so well connected, and he's just constantly pushing us to be our best. He really, while an editor-in-chief and an entire staff comes and goes every year, he's the constant that just keeps Mustang Media Group just propelled to the future.
His nickname used to be Uncle Paul because people would treat him almost like a father figure, both from advertising and from editorial. And for someone to be able to kind of walk that line and be respected by both camps is testament to Paul's character.
Whether we were going up against another journalism professor or someone in the administration or a fraternity that was not happy with what we were doing, he had our backs 100% of the time. He didn't second guess us.
He's really the reason that we win. We obviously make the work, but he's the reason that we, enter in, I don't know, probably 5 different journalism competitions. He's been the president of all sorts of different boards. He literally made some award ceremonies that we're now entering in.
It's just nice to have somebody in the office next door who cares about the same things you do.
I also won't have anybody to shoot Nerf guns, so that's going to be missed as well.
So I've been the distribution manager about a year ago. Paul came up to me and he said, I heard through the vines that you wanted to get into sales. So he pitched if I wanted to be on the sales team out here. And that totally changed my life for this year and just kind of opened my eyes for maybe future endeavors.
It's a fun thing to be next to Paul at one of the journalism conferences because he's just treated like, kind of like royalty. Everybody knows him and everybody likes him and they're all looking forward to going out and having a drink with him.
I remember Paul at last year's banquet where he just rolls up his sleeves to do everything. I arrived to get ready for the event, students were there getting set up, and there was Paul out on the lawn with the barbecue, cooking the tri-tip, having a glass of wine and chatting with people.
And he was like, I have this great idea. It's gonna be called Mustang Game Day. Are you down? And we talked about it and planned it and he pitched it. And we were like, yeah! And we got super excited. And with Allison Edmonds too, she was a huge driving force. We would meet in the summer. I would drive to SLO, get work off to go to SLO for the for the day and meet with the athletics department to be yeah, journalism kids are gonna interview your athletes. He was so into it. It was almost okay, I don't know if we're even capable of this. He was such a business guy in the meetings. He was oh yeah, we'll do it all. Oh, we want polos? Yeah, we'll get polos. It was this whole I was I don't think so. I don't think this is possible. He had no idea. But he was yeah. And I was okay. And then it all worked out. And you guys are still doing it, so it's perfect.
After ACP, the conference in San Diego, when we had won all the awards, Paul took all of the managers and editors up to the hotel bar and got us all drinks, and we just celebrated all together. It's like with Paul, it's never been like that he's our professor or boss or something like that. He's really just like our partner in crime and doing all this stuff. So that was kind of a cool moment, celebrating the, whatever it was, 48 or 46 wins that we got in that weekend.
When Paul's sitting there in the middle of the day in some random month of April enjoying a cocktail on his porch up in Atascadero, I would just hope that he thinks of us, his old co-workers, toiling away back at Building 26, and know that the door is always open for him to come back and visit. His legacy will be felt in this department forever.
Just want to say thanks for always being willing to share some Kruger's secrets, even if I may have lost some of the tags.
Paul, gonna miss you. See you at your retirement party. But truly, I hope you know that you are a great role model. And oh my God, why am I gonna cry saying this?
I hope you enjoy tons of wine and sports. I hope you watch tons of sports and tell us all about it on Facebook. And I hope you never change your number, because you will always be a reference on my resume.
Paul, can't fix stupid.
Paul, I and the whole team, we love you. We're gonna miss you so much, and have a blast in retirement.
Congratulations on the retirement, Paul. Wait, no, what was I gonna say? Nah, okay, never mind. We'll use the first one. I was gonna give him a hard time about the Cowboys.